Welcome to Devlog number 3. This project week was super short. We had only 3 days of actual work on our project because Gate 1 was due on Thursday the 7th of May. As you might have guessed, these two projects are part of our studies and therefore we have to present our progress and our learnings to a committee and so-called gates. On these gates, the committee gives us feedback and could potentially force us to cut on features and content if they feel that we overscope the game. This gate approach tries to mimic the real-life relationship between developers and investors. Spoiler, we made it through, everyone was super happy and we are pumped. But let's get started with the really interesting stuff. This week was more about getting things done to be presentable for the gate committee. And that is the reason why the results look like the most progress we've done so far, when in reality it was quote-unquote just putting the pieces together. Let's start with Gungnir. Isabel started conveying the ideas and concepts of our settlement biome into a background for our first level, and therefore we have a first glimpse of the art style we're aiming for. We decided that we wanted to go with a similar art style like in My Neighbor Totoro, an anime by Hayao Miyazaki released in 1988. Basically, we want to achieve somewhat blurred backgrounds, while the objects that matter gameplay-wise are sharp and stand out from the rest of the imagery. Hannah worked on the background for level 2 and started some basic concepts for a game logo. We haven't implemented a losing condition or any type of GUI, but in this phase of our production, our game can look like this. First backgrounds can be implemented, targets can spawn and fly around, and most importantly, we can throw or spear at them and actually hit them thanks to Floria. One of the major game design issues we were facing in the past weeks was the dependency of our core mechanic to the resolution of the smartphone you're playing on. The angles in which you can throw your spear are calculated by taking the resolution into account, and the resolution changes obviously on different phones. This plagued us for weeks now, but we came up with a solution. The playing field is now restricted to a fixed resolution. Everything above that playing field is just a visual extension. Now, exciting stuff happened in Over the Edge. Renee finished the first 3D character model and Birdman got his 3 recolored friends. Now we are able to differentiate the players easier while in game. The problem with the weapon still persists. Birdman's proportions are hindering us to attach the weapon to the model. Basic stats like how many lives a player has left or how high his knockback multiplier has gotten are now implemented thanks to Chang. A lot of UI code refactoring was also done by Chang. Kai implemented the player models and set up a main menu. Overall, we had a huge leap with Over the Edge, and our game is playable. Of course, we have still a long way to go, but it is kind of satisfying to see the things you're working so hard on come together in the end. And that's it for this week. Short side note, there will be no devlog next week. We have classes this week and therefore not working on the project. Nevertheless, a slightly different video will come out next week. Thanks for watching and until next week.